If you've been searching for a larger new construction home, you've probably noticed the same problem. The communities with the biggest amenity packages often come with some smaller home sites, higher monthly fees, and a CDD that can add thousands of dollars to your annual cost. But what if you could trade some of those resort-style amenities for more space, a more natural setting, river access, and no CDD? Today, we're touring a community that takes a very different approach. I'll show you what the homes actually cost, what the HOA covers, and the one location trade-off that you'll need to consider before deciding whether this value makes sense. We're starting with the largest furnished model currently offered here. These aren't entry-level Parrish homes squeezed onto 40-foot lots. The Juniper is a substantial two-story design with a first-floor primary suite and a 3-car garage. But the real question isn't whether the model looks good. It's a furnished model, of course it looks good. As we walk through, just pay attention to how much of the space that you'd actually use, because once we get to pricing, you want to decide whether you're paying for useful square footage or simply paying for more square footage. Welcome to this gorgeous Juniper floor plan. As you see it right here, this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage. What I really like about it is so spacious. 3651 under air, so closer to 4,000 feet on this one. It really is a nice model. I love these front porches. Anytime I can get a front porch on a house, especially in Florida, folks, if you know, sitting outside here on a winter evening, getting some shade under the front porch, just getting a view, it's just really nice. Let's head on in and see what we've got. So the first thing that grabs my attention, and I'm sure it will yours, is this 2-story foyer. Beautiful. I love these volume ceilings. It's very nice. Just to my left, you got French doors and a really nice office. I love those higher transom windows, those higher windows. Lots of light here in the front office. Just to my right, there's the door to the 3-car garage. And let me show you here. This is the laundry room. Let's check in here real quick. We'll head out on the other side. This I really like. Anytime you can utilize closet space underneath a staircase, that's always a great idea. So we're just at the front of the house, and already there's a half bath for your guests right there. There's the beautiful staircase. We'll head on up in just a second, but I wanted to take you into this great room. Really nice, well appointed. Check out this beautiful island. Plenty of counter space. Built-ins, working model. So let me show you this pantry real quick. Very nice. Yep, you've got space on all 3 sides, so that is a plus. Here's another view of the great room. Nice farm sink view from the island. Nice nook for dining. One thing you're noticing, just natural light coming through all throughout. I really like this particular model because it is light and bright, and I've seen other models just like this. Just the upfront, it just didn't have enough windows and it felt really dark because this is such a wide and large house. So that is a nice feature. We got all 4 angles and kind of looking from here from the front of the house into the very front door. Now we're going to peek out, and I always like these half walls. I think they make sense. Get the breeze, but yet you still have the wall. You don't feel like you're having any issues with putting the summer kitchen against the wall here. Seems the perfect place. Here's your trusses. This is a really nice long lanai. I love Xfinity screens. These whole screens where you have an unobstructed view. That's really beautiful. Kind of want to jump in that pool today. It's pretty hot. There's your spa. There's your little sunken nook. That's nice. You can put a little fireplace or something like that for the winter. But a really comfortable indoor-outdoor space. So let's head back in. We're going to head on upstairs. We get a different view of this from ceiling with the beams. And away we go. Now here I am at the top of the stairs, and You got a nice little fun room up here, whether it's a little TV den, playroom. Triple windows bring in lots of natural light, and it gives the house a really nice outside look with those triple windows. You've got a nice little chiller there. You can entertain up here. Got everything you need. Put a lot of the kids' stuff away. That is a great idea. Just in front of me is another bedroom. Once again, lots of natural light. I'm going to peek in here and show you the closetry. A walk-in is always nice on a secondary bedroom. The adjoining bath, there you go. Out to the ceiling, whatever you need, you can have it. That is an option, design option. We head down this corridor here, upstairs. There's plenty of closetry up here. Einstein's listening to some music in the closet. Over here, you've got your AC, but yet more space. Very nicely done. So if you're going to have that AC in, might as well make it functional. So to my right, here is a large bathroom, a really large bathroom, which is really nice. Double sinks and everything, because that's going to service these two bedrooms over here. Here's one. Once again, you're seeing lots of natural light. Double windows. Here's another one with some cool ceiling effects. There you go. That is a basketballer's dream there. The hardwood up on the ceiling. So let me take you back downstairs, but I wanted to peek in and show you. Here you are at your front door and the views from up here. So this is a really functional, but really beautiful second story. Let's head back down and see the primary. So here we are on the first floor. Tucked back here, which I like. This is separate. And the bedroom door is actually on the side, baffling that noise from the rest of the house. Really good design there. Here, also another cove ceiling, all shown in wood paneling. Great ideas. Triple windows here, two on this side, looking out onto your pool. Another getting some natural light. Give you an idea of what a king-size bed would look like here. Some areas to sit. And this is a really, really gorgeous primary. So you've got a sink over here, separated vanities, a nice soaking tub, natural light coming through. I'm going to peek over here. You notice here you've got some extra closetry, but this is a really nice step-in shower with a few shower heads, a bench seat. It's really done well. That glass is clean. Whoever's doing the cleaning in here, you walk right through that. Be careful. Your throne room, and then you have this really nicely done closet. So check out the closetry. That can be all ordered and designed. Perfect. Even large enough to have a little sitting area, try some different things on. But here's a nice little access right back into the laundry room. So here you have access into the primary and the primary bath right from there. So that's kind of neat. Let's head back out to the main living space, give you one last look at the Juniper. So this comes in all different sizes. They can make it all the way up to nearly 4,000 square feet in additions. But like I mentioned, this one's in the 3,600 vein. So that gives you an idea of size on that. Another nice nook. So lots of different touches, lots of different possibilities here at MI. That, of course, was the Juniper from MI Homes. And we're inside Creek's Edge at Twin Rivers, here in Parrish. This is a neighborhood that definitely has a different feel to it. You don't have to travel very far to get back in touch with nature. Now, if this is your first time on our channel and you'd like to learn everything there is about living and buying here along the Suncoast, make sure you subscribe and tap that notification bell. My name is Rob Rovnak, and every single day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you who are looking to make a move here to the Sarasota area. So whether you're moving in 1 week or in 1 year, reach out today so we can help you make a smooth move to sunny Sarasota. Now, Creek's Edge is a new gated section within the larger Twin Rivers community, and that distinction is very important. Twin Rivers isn't one of these new master plan communities built around a lagoon or a large clubhouse and full of calendar organized planning and activities every single day. It has a more established, lower density feeling with mature landscaping, preserves, winding roads, trails, and more separation from the commercial development that's taking place in other parts of Parrish. Instead of centering everything around a resort pool, Twin Rivers leans heavily into the natural setting. So its residents have access to community parks, picnic areas, basketball, soccer, and sand volleyball courts, playgrounds, walking trails, and boardwalks. And one of the more distinctive amenities is the community's Riverfront Recreation Center along the Manatee River. That one is called the River House, with opportunities for fishing and launching a kayak or canoe or even a boat. I think this is going to appeal to those buyers who look at some of these newer communities and wonder how often that they're really going to use the clubhouse or the lagoon. Now here, you're getting outdoor amenities that are kind of more integrated into the neighborhood, but you're also not paying that separate CDD assessment to support a massive amenity complex. And a lot of my buyers just tell me that I want a great house and they're not worried about having a resort pool and plenty of amenities. The other difference is the size of the homes themselves. MI Homes is offering plans ranging from approximately 2,300 square feet to nearly 4,000 square feet with 2 and 3 car garage options. So even the smaller plans here are a size that would be near the upper end of the lineup in some of these competing Parrish neighborhoods. One thing that I'd carefully compare is the home site. Now, Twin Rivers has a reputation for larger properties, but don't assume that every new Creek's Edge home site is going to feel like the older section, those half-acre sections of Twin Rivers. It's not. The new section has its own lot sizes and setbacks, and they can vary, but on average, you're looking at a 60 by 120 foot deep lot. So compare the usable backyard, the distance between homes, the view, drainage, and what could eventually be built behind or beside your house. Location is another important part of this evaluation. Creek's Edge sits east of Fort Hammer Road, and that's roughly 6 to 7 miles from I-75, just depending on the route you take. And that gives it more separation from the interstate and some of the busiest development corridors. But it also means that you'll have a longer drive to reach to I-75 or downtown Bradenton, Sarasota, or the Gulf Beaches. Now, Fort Hammer Road, and especially the Fort Hammer Bridge, makes this part of Parrish much more accessible than it used to be, particularly when you're heading south towards Lakewood Ranch and the Bradenton shopping, dining, medical care, and other services that you're going to look for. And those are continuing to expand throughout Parrish. Still, I drive these routes for time to places that you'd normally go. A quiet setting is very valuable, but only if the additional drive works for your daily routine. Now let's get to the numbers. So at the time of filming, MI Homes is advertising Creek's Edge from approximately $519,000. And that entry price applies to the smaller plans, not the Juniper that we just toured. The Juniper's published starting price is approximately $669,000. And completed Juniper homes are currently being offered roughly between the mid 700s to just over 800,000, depending on the home site, the elevation, structural options, and of course the interior selections. That's a significant range. And it illustrates why the base price should only be the beginning of the conversation. A 3-car garage, extended lanai, premium home site, and design selections, those can all move the final numbers up quickly. MI Homes is also advertising financing and upgrade promotions on select homes, especially here at the time we're filming. But incentives can change, so reach out to me way before you head on in to know exactly what the discounts are. Now, the HOA is currently $264 a month, and Creek's Edge does not have a CDD fee. As always, we'll verify what the exact dues are and what they include before you ever sign a contract. But the lack of CDD is a very meaningful advantage when you're comparing the complete annual cost with other new Parrish communities, not just the advertised purchase price. So, is Creek's Edge at Twin Rivers a better value? Well, if I were comparing this with communities such as North River Ranch, Oakfield Trails, Crosswind Ranch, or maybe even Seaire, I wouldn't compare them solely by price per square foot. I'd compare the final home price, HOA, CDD, the home site, included features, and the amenities that I'd realistically use. Creek's Edge may give you more of a house and a different style of community, but it doesn't duplicate the lifestyle offered by a lagoon or a full resort complex. But to those who don't want or need all that, it could be a great advantage. And remember folks, the builder's representative works for the builder. You should always have someone helping you compare each community wherever you go along the Suncoast. We'll narrow down and review everything from incentives to the complete cost, and we'll negotiate your strongest overall deal. Plus, we'll provide you with a few other buyer protections that no one else provides. Just give us a call to learn more. We are the area's new home gurus, your one-stop new home shop. From finding the right home to getting the best possible deal. I literally wrote the book on new home buying. Schedule a free, no obligation Zoom chat to help your search get off on the right track. Capture the QR code right there on the screen or click the link in the box below. For living and buying in Sarasota, I'm Rob Rovnak. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.